Hello and welcome back to Cracking the Cryptic. And as you may know, I was competing in the American Crossword Puzzle Tournament over the weekend. Because of COVID, it was all done remotely, so you could pay your entry fee and take part from anywhere in the world. Now, given the time zones, I couldn't really go to the evening events because they were happening in the small hours for me. But I did take part in all the puzzles. How did I do, you may wonder? Well, first of all, I'm going to congratulate the people who did really well. Dr. Phil at the top of this list is a computer. And this is the first time, I think, that Dr. Phil, programmed by a guy called Matt Ginsberg, has been able to finish all of the puzzles in enough time to win the competition. Win, I say in inverted commas. He's obviously not a real entrant. But and he made 3 errors as well. So, but he was so fast when he could just fill in grids that he theoretically amassed enough points to win. Now, at the top of the list, we had Eric Agard, who finished 2 minutes clear of Tyler Hinman and David Plotkin. And at these levels, 2 minutes is actually quite a long time. Over 7 puzzles, the speeds these guys go at is incredible. And some hint of that came from the final. Anyway, looking down the list, congratulations to everybody else. Paolo Pasco was on the podium finish for a long time before he fell off it in the last puzzle. And it was his first American Crossword Puzzle Tournament, although he's done lots of others and he's already employed in crosswords. Andy Kravis, Jeff Davidson, June Park, we've seen before on this channel. Dan Fair, Will Nediger. I mean, these are fantastic contestants. And, you know, my hat is off to anybody in the top 100. And it was certainly my goal to achieve that, but not quite this time. Although I did finish all the puzzles correctly. Look at that 0 that I'm pointing at there. That's errors. My score placed me 107th. I'm pretty happy with that. If you go down the whole list of names, there are hundreds and hundreds of people below me as well as over 100 above me. And obviously American crossword puzzles are not my forte. I'm much more about cryptics. But 1,032 competitors who scored points. So I'm pretty happy to be almost in the top 10% of those. One oddity that I noticed actually here was one of the people I was tied with in 107th is called apparently Mark Gottlieb. Which I find interesting because apparently the roots of Goodliff are from the German Gottlieb. So that's basically me, some American version probably. California according to the, or West Division according to the placements of people. I think I was 4th in foreign competitors and probably almost certainly top Britain. So I'm happy enough with that. That's... My aims weren't much better than that. I literally can't go significantly faster. Now, when it got to the final puzzle, this is normally a hard themeless puzzle. There are 3 different levels of clues for different competitor categories, but the A clues are the ones that the actual finalists will do. And I solved that puzzle in 7 minutes 49 seconds, which for me, for a final puzzle, it's very quick. I would normally expect to take well over 10 minutes. Now that was indicative, and other solvers said the same before we got to watch the finalists' attempts, that they would probably solve it somewhere around 3 minutes. And lo and behold, they were all within about 10 seconds of 3 minutes. And there was an absolutely thrilling final in which Tyler Hinman fell behind early on. David Plotkin took a good lead. Eric Agard caught David Plotkin up, overtook him, then stumbled on the last few entries, and David finished first. Tyler managed to catch up and finish second, a few seconds ahead of Eric. And then it turned out that David had entered a letter wrong, and unbelievably, they were all done in 3 minutes and 8 seconds, and the win went to Tyler Hinman, who's won it 5 times before, who's followed this channel from time to time, always enters our Patreon contests. We're big fans of Tyler and delighted he won it. So many congratulations to him. Fantastic performance. So that's my report on the American Crossword Puzzle Tournament. I don't know if we'll be allowed to show footage of the final at some point. It would be great if we were, because it doesn't take long, and it's just, even though you won't be able to see the clues, it's just amazing to see how fast these people are filling in grids based on answers they don't know before. I mean, it blows my mind, just as some people say it blows theirs when they watch me doing cryptics. These guys on American puzzles are unbelievable. I mean, that literally goes for anyone in the top 50, frankly. They're all at a level I can't aspire to. Now, back to today's puzzle. Well, first of all, we are coming up to the end of a month. That means that the new month will start with some Patreon content, the Patreon reward, and this month it's a fascinating puzzle and Sudoku hunt. We are really looking forward to bringing that to you. Very exciting times. Do become a Patreon if you haven't already. It's $2 Patreonship to access that when it comes out on May the 1st. The $3 Patreon level means you can watch the solution video when that comes out. So that is all in the future, but really interesting stuff. And first of all, I mean, before that, we have all sorts of other stuff on Patreon. Simon's Solve of Sisyphus, My Times Crossword, Monthly Club Special, and various other stuff going back certainly to April's reward puzzle. Seems a long time ago now, since Demono's Everything Rogan is on Fire. But it wasn't that long ago. Now, that's Patreon. Also, of course, on Discord, the search for Marge's lost treasure goes on. Her inheritance, which hopefully she will come across at some point, and we'll find something in the end of that. I don't know. But first of all, and of course there's our apps on the link under the video. But today's puzzle is a newbie for the channel. First time for pseudonym. Ah, look, I heard a doorbell. I'm going to pause for 1 second. There we are. As I was saying, first time on the channel for pseudonym. And I think we can work out that his pseudonym is formed from pseudonym and number. But the puzzle is called Ghost in the Machine. And pseudonym introduces us to the concept of a ghost digit here. So how does that work? Well, normal Sudoku rules apply. In each box, the digit that is the number of the box. So for clarity, this is box 1, this is 2, this is box 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So in each box, the digit that is the number of the box is a ghost digit. There's only one ghost digit in each row and column of the grid. Digits cannot repeat inside cages where they must sum to the total given. Except for ghost digits which count as 0. So that's going to explain how we can have a 3-cell cage saying 3 in it, for example. Digits along an arrow sum to the digit in that arrow's circle, except for ghost digits which count as 0. So that's going to explain how we can have a 1-cell circle made up of 4 different digits. Every arrow contains exactly one ghost digit, and digits may repeat along arrows, but obviously not ghost digits, because each arrow contains exactly one ghost digit. So there we go. Basically, the ghost digits are 1 in that box, 2 there, 3 there, 4 there, 5 there, 6 there, 7, 8, and 9. We don't know what cells they're in, but they count as 0 for the arrow and cage totals. So do give it a go on the link below the video. I don't know anything about the level of difficulty. We're 9 minutes in nearly. Sorry for the delay, and if you had to jump here and miss all the crossword twaddle. I'm going to start now. Let's get cracking. Right. Well, this is a 3 cage. That has got to have... I think the ghost digit has to be on the arrow. Yeah, every arrow has a ghost digit. This box only has one ghost digit. Let's colour the ghost digits. What's a ghostly colour? Blue, sort of spectral blue. So these two must be 1 and 2. And this is a 6 because it's in box 6. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, well, that's a decent start. We've got a 4 here. So there's going to be a 1 and 3 in this cage and a 9. And the arrow adds up the 1 and the 3, not the 9, and something there, which is 2, 4, or 5. So the arrow is making 2, 6, 8, or 9. Not 9, because 9's in the box and is the ghost digit, so it's not here because there's only one ghost digit in each row, column and box. This 7, I don't know if that's 7 and 5 the ghost digit, or if it's genuine and 3 and 4. So let's have a look at this 4 cage. Again, that's 1, 3 and 7 in box 7. 1, 3 and whatever this is that the same deal as up here? Yeah, 2, 4 or 5 adding up to 6, 8 or 9. Sorry, once I remove 9 from there, I could remove 5 from there. Dunzos. Now, what's with this 15 cage? Okay, they're genuine. Right, so there's a ghost digit along this arrow, but it can't be in there because of this 15 box. And it can't be there because that's in the same column here, so it's got to be that cell that is the ghost digit. And that is a 3 because it's in box 3. That cage says 17, so that needs a 9 and 8. This... Oh yeah, we're not counting the 6 in this box. Blue was a daft colour. I do apologise because my... cursor is blue, so that wasn't helping. Right, 6 there isn't counting, so it must be, we've got 3, 4, 5 and 7 still to put in. So 3 and 4 the minimum makes 7 the maximum. So that must be how that works. 7 there, 5 there. Right, purple is my new ghostly colour. I don't know why. Right, what else is straightforward here? Still don't know about that. Right, what about the ghost digit? There's got to be one on each arrow. So the ghost digit in this box is on this arrow. It is a 5. That means one of these 3 is a ghost digit. But there's got to be a ghost digit in box 1. So those 2 can't be because it must be on that arrow there. I'm going to have to do the partly coloured shading just to get a handle on where these ghost digits are. So this will help, he says confidently. Right, one of those 3. But there's got to be one on this arrow. So that's not one after all. There's got to be one on this arrow, so it must be in one of those 2 cells now. And there's got to be one on this arrow, and it can't be there because of those, and it can't be there because of that. So that's the ghost digit. That one is not. Okay, we're not done yet, but this can't contain a 7 now since we put that in. So it's a 3-4 pair. The 5 is the ghost digit and goes here. 5. And let's take out the corner marks and the colouring from those cells. That now can't be a ghost digit, it must be here. This one can't be ever since we put the 3 in. In fact, I probably should never have put that in, so it's there. And we've got them all done apart from the bottom 3 boxes, where it's a 7 there, an 8 here, and a 9 in one of those 2. So this one's a 2. This one's a 1, this one's a 4, and they don't count. So they're actually not a lot of positive help, they're more negative help now. Now we've got a 17 cage here with a ghost digit and 9 and 8, obviously. This arrow is adding 3 and 4 and either a 1 or a 2 there to make either 8 or a 9. This arrow can't be as many as 8, so it's adding these 2 cells. Not that helpful. It must be, I was going to say it must be 5, 6 or 7. Yes, it can't. The only reason it can't be a 2 is not because of the arrow, where you could have 2 1s, but because of that 2. Oh, it can't be 5, sorry, because of that 5. So it's 6 or 7. This can't be 6, 3 or 4. So it's 1, 2 or 5. So this could be a 6 making 7. It It can't be 4, 5, or 3. So it's 1, 2, or 6. 5 and 1 is 6. 5, okay, there's various possibilities. Let's have a look at this 17 cage. This 17, okay, the 17 cage is either 8, 7, or 6, 9. Now, the reason I'm writing them this way round is because of the arrow. That has to be the total of that plus this. So it can't be 9 and 6, or that would have to be a 3. So it's 8 and 7, 1 there, 2 and 1, 3 there. That's now 1, 9 pair. That 3, sorry, that's been there a while, so that should have resolved that for me anyway. 4, 6, 3, 8, 9. Okay, what about this is a difficult arrow. What about this one? It's got to have a 1 on it, since it now can't be 2, 3, 4 that's being genuinely added. And since it can't have a 2 in it, this is 8 or 9. This one, however, can't be 1, 3, or 4. So 2 or 5 there. These can't be 2. I still don't know. Oh yes, I do know. Sorry, 2 there. How can that be a 5? I'm really taking the ghost digit concept too far. That couldn't be a 2. Now this 5 must go with 1 and 3 to make 9, because we've used the 2. So 9 there. That's fixing the 8, 9 pair. We've got 4, 5, and 7 to place there. 2, 8, 7, and 6 here. Right. That can't be 2, so it's 6, 7, or 8. And it's ignoring the 8 on this arrow and adding up the other 2 cells. Okay, I don't quite know how that works yet. We've got 4, 5, and 7 to place. That one can't be a 5. 1, 2, 3, 5, 9, 7. That's 4, 6, or 8. Now, this is going to add these 3 cells. It could be a 9, adding 4 there and 2, 3 there. Otherwise, it's got to have a 1 here. Yeah, I don't know how to use that yet. 5, 3, 4, 1, 2, 7. This is a 6, 8, 9 triple with that. Sorry, I probably shouldn't get slowed down at this point. 7, 2, 1, 3. 5 must be in one of those 2 cells. 7 is in one of those 2. So there's a 5 down here and a 7 up here. Not really doing much more than marking time at the moment. 2, 8. That's become a 9 thanks to the 8 above, which is not getting much done now, is it though? 9 can't be on that arrow, or it would have to get added in, as 8 is the ghost digit here. So 9 is down here somewhere in box 8, and that means in box 3 it's here, and that places not only the 9 but also the 5. We've got a 4, 6 pair there, so that's not a 6. Now this can't be 1 or 2, or we will never get to that total. So this has to be a 5. That doesn't resolve these 2, but this is now a 6 or a 7 because there's a 1, 2 pair, and we know which it is from the number above. So that has resolved that arrow. Oh, this 5. Oh no, sorry, it's 8 or 9 adding. Yeah, we still don't know about that. Right, we do get a 1 and 3 here though. So that's going to really limit the options here. This can't be a 5 because that 9 has stopped that being a 9. So it's not a 5, it's not a 1, it's not a 3. It's 2 or 4, and this is 6 or 8 here. So these from the top row have to be 4, 6, 7, or 8, and that forms a quadruple in box 1. So we now know that that's a 2. That makes this a 6 in the circle. 4, 7, 8, that's a 6. 162. This is a naked single. 3. We can put in 5 and 9 there. 6 and 4 have been resolved. That makes this a 7. We've got a 4 to put in row 3. 2 and 8. Well, let's do that 2 first, which actually must fix its arrow. Ooh, that was not what I was trying to do. That was a 7, 2 there. Yeah, this arrow is now 2 plus 1 plus 3 is 6. We've got a 7, 8 pair there because 7 can't be in those anymore. Now, this is either a 7 or an 8. Can it be? Oh, it's adding 2 of these numbers that aren't 8. I don't think that's all that helpful yet. So let's have a look at the other things. This is a 1 or a 4, just from everything it can see. 3, 9, 4, 5. This isn't a 3, so the 3 is in one of those cells, but so is the ghost digit. The 7 has to be in one of those too. So that's a 3, 7 pair, and this becomes a 1. That ought to be helpful, I would have thought, although I'm not seeing how immediately. That can't be a 5 anymore. So now this is adding 1, 3, and 2 or 4. So it's 6 or 8, but of course that 6 means it's not 6. So 8 there. This is a 4. That's going to get us going. We get 9 and 1. 8, 3, 7, 4, 1. This is a 5, 9 pair. This is a 2, 6 pair that's resolved. That's now an 8. Which, oh, well, I could have done that by finishing the middle box first. 2 and 7 there. No 8 here. In fact, that's 6 and 9. 4, 7 and 8 at the top. 3, 7 pair, 5, 9 pair. Not sure what to do there. Oh, that 3 and 1 has been resolved. That fixes 4 and 3. So we've just got the bottom 3 boxes to go. 5 is a naked single there. 8 is there, 2 there, so now the sum is 2 and 5 making 7. Let's just tidy up the ghost digits. There it is for box 8, there it is for box 9, so it must be here for box 7 and not there. And that colours all the cells as required. That's an 8, that's working fine. We've got a 6 and a 4 to go in here, straightforward. 5 and 4 there. 5 and 9 here. 1 triple left with a 9 and a 3 and a 7. And that is the Ghost in the Machine discovered. Very neat little puzzle. I mean, not too hard, happily. So today's puzzle was a huge intro and then quite a quick puzzle, but well done if you managed to get that done. If you got it done before my time, you can still count the win despite the long intro. And thank you very much for watching as always. And I very much look forward to seeing you again tomorrow. Bye for now.